Good afternoon, Titans, and welcome to this edition of Titan Television. I'm Mackenzie Elliott.
And I'm Danielle Gorman. On this episode, we'll show you how Lee Summit West is giving back to the community.
And you'll see one of your options for the all-school testing day.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Titan Television. Recently, Lee Summit West has been helping grant a wish.
Stacia Anderson and I got to sit down with a little boy who's had a big impact on our school. Many kids dream of being a superhero when they grow up, but a kindergartner at Voice Spears Elementary already is one. This is Brandon. At first, he seems like your typical 5-year-old. What have you done today?
I've been running around so fast at recess at school. Wait.
However, there is more to Brandon than his love for toys and video games.
Because I almost died when I was a baby. Because God wanted me to be special.
Brandon was born with short gut syndrome.
So they were hoping it would be a really simple fix and that maybe he just had to go number 2 and it would come out and be fine, but unfortunately it was like the complete opposite and it was like worst case scenario.
Because of Brandon's illness, life has been filled with challenges.
But there were so many times that people were like, nurses or doctors said after the fact, man, I really didn't think he was going to make it. So many times he was so close to dying and always pulled through.
Brandon has faced more than he should in his 5 years. But through the help of Lee Summit West and one organization, some of Brandon's wishes are finally coming true. Lee Summit West named Brandon this year's homecoming prince, and he was the star of all the festivities.
My favorite part about the parade is that I got to sit on the very top of the car.
Did you feel famous?
Too much.
But Brandon has one more wish, and through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, he's finally going to the place where all your dreams come true.
To go to Disney World.
They asked him whatever he wanted he could have, and he wanted to go to Disney World.
Why did you choose Disney World?
Because I never been there and I only been to Worlds of Fun and not the other places like that. And so that's why I chose to do that place.
Do you think Disney World's going to be better than Worlds of Fun? A lot better. And all that has been done for Brandon does not go unnoticed.
And I'd also like to take this time to thank everyone for spreading awareness and donating money and asking other people to donate. I mean, without you guys, he wouldn't be getting his wish, and we are so, so grateful.
Because of these opportunities, Brandon is able to be a superhero to others.
This Make-A-Wish is wonderful, not only because he gets a wish, and he so deserves it for everything he's been through, but because it's also spreading awareness.
With photographer Stacia Anderson, this is Mackenzie Elliott, reporting for Titan Television. Our school has raised over $5,000 to help send Brandon to Disney World.
The check will be presented at the football game against Ray Peck on October 16th.
He'll also be the honorary captain and will get to cheer on the Titans from the sidelines.
Brandon syndrome isn't the only thing West is trying to fight.
Kaylee Addison has the story of why another illness is rooted deep in our school's history.
We found that there were so many students here that had been touched by cancer, whether it was a family member, a friend, or somebody in their life that had cancer or died of cancer, and we just really wanted to do something to give back.
And this is why Lee Summit West is so passionate about fighting cancer. West is raising awareness through events like Softball Strikeout Game, Girls Soccer's Pink Out Game, the Baseball Blue Out, and Dig for the Cure.
I think it shows us that giving back and paying it forward means more than taking. Working for a cause greater than thyself, I think it shows us what life is all about.
Last year, the Dig for the Cure raised $19,500 for cancer research, and they've raised even more this year. Lee Summit West support started with Dig for the Cure, which just had its 8th run on Tuesday. Jenny Bishop, who is currently battling breast cancer, spoke at this event.
To let people know that this is something that we go through and that we fight through. And just like anything else we have in our lives, we go through these things. So it's almost like to be able to motivate others to be able to make it through anything that they're going in their life. I've had a lot of friends and family supporting me, a lot of Lee Summit West family supporting me and friends.
After a tough loss on the court, the Titans came out on top by raising over $23,000 for cancer research. With photographer Maggie Otis, this is Kaylee Addison reporting for Titan Television.
You can check out LS West online for another story on breast cancer awareness, and even a few ways you can lower your chances of getting it.
Now we'll send it over to Dylan Johnson with the TSU.
Good afternoon, Titans. I'm Dylan Johnson, bringing you your Titan Sports Update. Boys soccer competed at Pembroke Hill on Monday, losing 4-1. They will have another conference match against Lee Summit North at 6:30. Congratulations to Garrett Spencer and Zach Andrews for being ranked top 8 in the state. The boys swim dive team will compete in conference on October 25th. The boys and girls cross country team are currently preparing for conference competition this weekend at Ray-Pec. For girls golf, 4 girls competed in sectionals earlier this week. The team took 3rd. Senior Madison Smithia and freshman McKenna Rice will move on to the state competition next week in Springfield. Titan football lost their second game of the season to Blue Springs South, 21-27. They will play at Blue Springs High School in their last away game of the season at 7 o'clock. Recently, girls tennis defeated Lee Summit North and lost to Notre Dame de Sion in districts. Their overall record is 13-4. Girls softball has an 18-8 record, and the district tournament ends today. On Tuesday, West and Lee Summit North competed in the Dig for the Cure game. The Titans lost 2-0. Their next home game is against Blue Springs South at 7:30 on October 13th. Senior volleyball player Ellie Sambothy explains why committing to a college is common in her household. Here's Katie Rasmussen with more.
Even know if they realized at the time, but to get your school paid for, college to pay for, I always tell them, it's like winning the lottery. So yeah, we're really excited for it.
Senior Ellie Sambothy is one of many students here at West who will move on to the next level.
Honestly, I just known that volleyball is what I wanted to do with my life, and playing at the next level and at the best competition with the best teams.
Her hard work at West has rewarded her with a full ride scholarship to Kansas State University.
It's like a giant weight was off my shoulders. It was exciting. It was perfect.
Sambothy shares this experience with family members who went down the same path.
My mother and my father and my sister and my brother all went through the grievance process too. So I got so much advice from them on how to handle it and how to approach it and stuff.
I played at University of Missouri basketball, and then I went on and played overseas in Japan for 2 years.
I ran track for University of Missouri. Did that for 5 years. In the University of Missouri Hall of Fame as track and field, and then I went on and ran for Nike.
With the roots running deep, the pressure can be intense.
Oh, I'm sure she does. I mean, she's got an older brother who played basketball and is in college playing basketball, an older sister who's excelling at Ohio State. So I'm sure she feels some pressure as long as us both succeed in sports, and so I'm sure she does.
But Sambothy sees things differently.
Yeah, for sure it was kind of like a competition, who's going to go better than the other. It was there, but it was just more like we were all ecstatic for each other to go where we felt was best for us. And the fact that we could all just go and play the sport we love at the next level was the coolest part.
And her success has taught her a valuable lesson.
Hard work pays off. Practice is necessary. You really got to work your tail off. If you want to be the best you got to be.
You can watch the volleyball team play tomorrow at Truman and next Wednesday against Blue Springs South for senior night. With photographer Dylan Johnson, this is Katie Rasmussen reporting for Titan Television.
Thanks, Katie. That wraps up another Titan Sports Update. I'm Dylan Johnson. Now back to Mackenzie and Danielle in the studio.
Our next story highlights one organization that Lee Summit West has chosen to support.
Here's Stacia Anderson with the story.
Each year in the United States, there are 3.4 million unplanned pregnancies. And Pregnancy Resource Center, Rachel House, is here to help women along the way.
We want every client to feel like they have the knowledge that they need to before they make a decision about their pregnancy.
Rachel House offers free pregnancy tests and free first trimester ultrasounds.
We are here to help meet the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs throughout the pregnancy and even afterward.
According to national statistics, if a woman considering abortion goes into an abortion clinic first, 80% of the time she chooses abortion. But if she receives an ultrasound at a life-affirming pregnancy center first, 80% of the time she chooses life. And this is the goal of Rachel House.
So we are here to advocate for life. We believe in the worth of the life of the baby, unborn and born.
27-year-old Kia Nero has witnessed this firsthand.
I actually went through a period where I had 2 abortions before I had my child. And with those 2 abortions, I walked into an abortion clinic and they never showed me an ultrasound. So I never had to look at, at my child and say, that's my child. And I was able to get it done. And this time, it was a completely different scenario.
When Nero found out she was pregnant again, Rachel House welcomed her with open arms.
Rachel House, first and foremost, has embraced me. They have just assisted me so many ways, whether it's been emotionally, spiritually.
And they prepared Nero for life with her daughter, Toni Marie.
It's not about me anymore. It's definitely about her, then me. Waking up and being able to see this adorable face every single morning just brings so much joy to my heart.
Rachel House has had a lifelong impact on Nero.
You're not alone. That's the more important thing to remember. You're not alone and you don't have to go through it alone.
As a pregnancy resource center, Rachel House is here to assist their clients.
And we would love to be a resource for you regardless of the decision that you make.
With photographer Mackenzie Elliott, this is Stacia Anderson reporting for Titan Television.
Lee Summit West will be collecting items to support Rachel House.
Maggie Otis has some information on how you can help.
Lee Summit West is hosting a drive to help Rachel's House. The following items are needed: trail mix, nuts and almonds, dried fruits, protein and granola bars, pretzels, Cheez-Its, bottled water, bottles of juice, baby bottles, prenatal vitamins, and pacifiers. West will be collecting donations for Rachel's House at the volleyball and soccer game on October 14th and the football game on October 16th. There will be free admission to the volleyball or soccer game with a donation of a case of water or a box of snacks. Donations will also be accepted during Titan Time on Monday and Tuesday and at parent-teacher conferences. This is Maggie Otis reporting for Titan Television.
Last Saturday, the Titan Pride Marching Band had their first competition at Park Hill High School.
The marching band as a whole took first place. The drumline took first place as well.
They took other awards including Outstanding General Effect, Outstanding Woodwind Performance, Outstanding Brass, and Outstanding Percussion.
Also, congratulations to the 27 students who made district choirs.
You may have seen some unfamiliar faces around the halls this week.
Students from Germany have been visiting Lee Summit West as part of the foreign exchange program.
Lee Summit schools have been partnered with the German exchange program for 25 years now.
If you'd like the opportunity to experience culture outside the United States, this is something for you. can see the main office for more information about this trip.
Many students want to experience different cultures or travel abroad.
Up next, Kayla Yule gives us the story about one girl who's already had this experience.
Many kids can say they moved to a new school, but few can say they have moved across the world. And senior Mackenzie Loescher is one of the few. Because of her dad's job, moving became part of this family's routine.
I was born in Texas. Before I was 4, I moved to Ohio. Right after my 9th birthday, I moved to Sweden. For the start of middle school, I moved to Belgium. In junior year, I moved here.
Mackenzie started the IB diploma in Belgium, but when she found out her family was moving back to Ohio, there was a problem.
The school in Ohio didn't offer the IB diploma program in the classes I wanted to take, and it was important to me to finish what I'd started. So
because the IB diploma was so important to Loescher, she parted from her parents and decided to live in Lee Summit with her aunt and her cousin, Junior Crystal Feakin.
Oh, we've obviously gotten a lot closer since she's lived with us, because before, again, we would only see each other once in a while, but now we see each other every day, so it's gotten a lot better.
She's done a great job moving from place to place. She's enjoyed the different experiences. Living overseas was a phenomenal experience, and coming back here and staying with us when she didn't know us that well, she's done outstanding.
This has given Loescher more than the IB diploma.
I feel like having moved, though, that I guess it's made it easier for me to relate to people and understand different cultures.
And although she plans on going to college, she hopes to travel in the near future. With photographer Maddie Martin, this is Kayla Ewell reporting for Titan Television.
Don't forget that this weekend will be the Repertory Theater's production of Peter Pan.
They will perform Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets are $7 at the door.
Up next, Malia Myers has some information for you about All-School Testing Day.
Several years ago, the Lee Summit R7 School District started an all-school testing day for grades 9 through 11.
This year, the 9th graders will take the Explore test. Our sophomores will take the PSAT test, and juniors who sign up to take PSAT will take that, or they will take the Practice ACT test.
However, many seniors have completed their tests and may choose not to attend school on this day. But the school is trying to prevent this.
Our seniors will have several different activities that they're going to be able to do on that day, from going out and getting community service. They can stay and work on college readiness.
Seniors have other opportunities as well.
But we're also giving them the opportunity to contact former teachers from elementary and middle schools and go to those schools and be there for 3 hours earning community service time by helping them.
And IB students have one more option.
If you're an IB diploma candidate, you go in, and normally it's with Ms. Dablos, and you'll get basically a work day for your extended essay, any IAs for classes that you have to do. I think that'll be good for a lot of us.
Because school funding is based on student attendance, when students miss school, the school loses money. Han also explains the benefit of the tests themselves.
Well, those tests give us lots of good information. The Explore test is a pre-test to the ACT, so it'll give you a good idea of where you are and where your strengths and weaknesses lie.
The all-school testing day will be October 14th. Students will report directly to their testing center. With photographer Ariana Gillespie, this is Malia Myers reporting for Titan Television.
More information about All-School Testing Day will come out in advisory. Remember, seniors who are doing community service will get community service hours, but not A+ hours.
Next, Mackenzie Moore tells us about how students can learn to accept one another despite our differences.
Walking through the halls with 2,000 other students can be overwhelming. You may know everyone's face or name, but it's impossible to know their story.
We interact with one another on a daily basis, like everyone at our school, but we don't really know many of the people.
But Lee Summit West hopes to give students a chance to know one another on a deeper level through a national nonprofit organization called Challenge Day.
We only really look at the world through our own perspective, and sometimes that means we don't see other people who they really are.
The goal of Challenge Day is to provide a world where every child feels safe, loved, and celebrated, where bullying, violence, and oppression are things of the past. Senior Bailey West has experienced this firsthand after attending Challenge Day twice.
So it really helps expose what people are dealing with and what they've experienced in their lives that you kind of maybe didn't know that they did.
It's a unique opportunity to get students out of their comfort zone.
It is a day kids get to not go to the regular classes and basically kind of just get to connect with the school community they might not get to know every day.
Feldstein and West encourage others to join Challenge Day.
Like if one kid benefits from it and then maybe brings that benefit back to the rest of the school, I think the school as a whole can change.
It's just an amazing experience. It's one that you definitely don't expect.
If you would like to be involved, you can see Ms. Feldstein in room 2138.
Come to our events, pick up some information. When we have our Titan Time days where we're going to be having informational meetings, come to one of those, pick up information off our bulletin board.
The date for Challenge Day will be announced soon. Check out the LS West Online Twitter page for updates. With photographer Aubrey Salisbury, this is Mackenzie Moore reporting for Titan Television.
Thanks, Mackenzie.
If you would like to see more stories, you can check out lswestonline.com.
We have information about a constitutional right that every student should know they have.
And some highlights from each sport and activity around West.
Well, Titans, that's all we have for this edition of Titan Television. I'm Mackenzie Elliott.
And I'm Danielle Gorman. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you December 11th for the next edition of Titan Television.
We'll be right back.